Slamming and shit. Always on time and shit. Deepest on my phone, I declining and shit. Know you online and spit. These niggas be bustin', be robbing and shit. Always be hiding and shit. They never outside, they be hiding and shit. Bitch, Slizzy slack. Fuck you, bitch, when I giving her back. I been a whip, put my up in the pack. Miss her son, she not getting them back. Slap, 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 when I'm screaming, I'm slap. I'm with Jalen, got a G on the slap.
Man, that be
what the actual fuck? Found all of them and blocked them all. Okay, Truth Sticks 11 is seriously creepy to me. I've been trying to find more about them, but hardly find anything. Very weird account, to say the least. The 3 accounts apparently belong to 3 different children. However, when combing through their posts, the content seems to imply something much more bizarre was afoot. Something truly disturbing. This post would be the start of a story that would eventually be picked up and shared all across the online world, becoming one of the more notorious internet mysteries in recent memory, as these accounts revealed an unending rabbit hole that is still being traversed to this very day, in an ongoing investigation into one of the most depraved oddities ever found on Instagram. This is the emerging story of Smart School Boy 9.
Wait till you see him, on God. You're gonna be like, imagine seeing this guy. This is all true and shit, all on Instagram.
I hope you like these photos. School is good. Really good.
So what, he still ain't get caught?
No, like people have been going to his, they found his house and shit. Like, the police haven't done shit yet, bro.
Before we get too far down this rabbit hole, I want to first thank today's sponsor, AG1. AG1 is a daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health, packing in 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients into one.
This kid is thrown in the ad in this scary ass video game.
Yeah, they probably paid him 50 racks for that. This video is so good.
50 racks? Oh, 9.9 million? Oh, no, he did get 50 racks.
Beautiful boy, an account looked after by me, a degree-educated mother choosing to stay anonymous. This was the bio of the first account pictured in the Reddit post, an account named TruthSticks11, which was said to be operated by a 12-year-old boy and his mother. Back in October of 2021, the duo would make their very first post, kicking things off on a somewhat concerning note, though not for their own page, but instead another account on the platform.
So, that's the account run by...
You hear the voice? That just sounds like some child predator, bro.
Pretending to be a boy.
The video was created and posted by the mother for the sole purpose of warning others of a specific user who had been posing as a child online when, in actuality, he was a grown man who did this in order to get close to and exploit other children across the platform. It's the grim reality of this online world, as predators will do just about anything to get closer to children, and it's a reality often unrealized or even ignored by parents, which makes it almost refreshing that this mother was out here trying to raise awareness. These posts would become the crux of the account early on. They would call out this user and their many accounts again and again, eventually going more in depth about what this person would actually do, claiming that they had a strange perversion to dressing up as a young schoolboy.
Dude, you don't know, like...
Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful?
No shit like that,
you know I could get you, right? Like, we hang out every day. Like, you too trusted into me, gang.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yes. This theme of calling out online predators would remain consistent throughout the years on TruthSticks11. However, after some time, the mother behind the account began to use the page for its initially intended purpose, to share photos of her son.
This guy's at the end of your bed trying to take your shit.
The photos began reasonably normal, and would show this young boy studying at school, accepting awards from their principal, and even school presentations in which their son had attended, with the captions often boasting about how intelligent the young boy was. Though over time, the photos began to grow stranger.
Wait, is he actually taking these?
They looked off, almost as if they were AI generated, and on top of this, they began to appear heavily edited in an almost inexplicable manner, with deep red lipstick often being added, which was enunciated by his face being turned pure white. This unsettling trend would continue from here, as with each passing post, the photos grew less authentic and more surreal.
Like, this shit don't look right, bro.
Until they became straight up disturbed.
Bro, what the fuck,
even
Clyde?
sickening.
Bro, nigga, I'm asking, like, how many...
These bizarre edits
bro.
spilled over past just the images too, as the posts began to appear as disjointed collages, often showcasing multiple grotesque images and paragraphs about how much this user loved school. And this wasn't the only shift either. At some point, the son behind the account began posting content that allegedly came directly from him, saying things like, "My really cool mom asked me if I'd like to post, and I said, yes please." He even shared supposed videos that he had filmed of himself, which were equally as unconvincing as his photos, and somehow even more chilling.
Yeah, bro, this is all this year too. This sounds like some 2010 shit.
The boy even shows off his singing in one of the clips. Though their voice sounds off. The account was overall anomalous and extremely off-putting. And though this content was visually alarming, another aspect made it even more so concerning, as over time, many of the images began to resemble CP, showcasing these fake AI children in explicit positions, with their faces sometimes even being photoshopped onto scantily dressed adult bodies. One thing is blatantly obvious about the Truthsticks account: the supposed child behind it is not real. Even in the more passable photos at the very beginning, there's evidence to suggest that these were likely AI as well. And based on the disturbed, borderline illegal content that this page featured, it seemed more than likely that whoever was behind this page was not an innocent mother concerned for the welfare of other children, but instead, a predatory individual themselves. And this wasn't their only account. The second page featured on the Reddit post belonged to a user named GirlChloe12 and bore striking similarities to Truthsticks. The page was also supposedly run by a child and monitored by their parent. Bizarrely, they also posted frequently about the dangers of online predators, with the wording of these posts and the editing being essentially the exact same as Truthsticks, just not as over the top. These two accounts even frequently interacted with each other, thus providing a substantial link on its own. But by far the most compelling link between these pages is one that is easy to miss at a glance, with that being a blatant obsession with
wait till you see Silly Schoolboy, bro.
high-heeled mini boots.
Silly Schoolboy, like,
these shoes were mentioned or shown in virtually every single post made by these two users. At playtime, I'm sometimes running around with my really cool heeled footwear I wear with my uniform. After coming home from school, education isn't over for the day once the blue blazer, gray jersey, neat tie, white shirt, tailored close fit gray trousers, and black heeled mini boots are in the wardrobe. No matter what they discussed, school uniforms and mini boots were always a talking point, which adds confirmation to something that is already becoming apparent. This is fetish content, not too unlike the bizarre accounts in the Pipergate rabbit hole. Fetish content centered around children. And what makes the Chloe account so disturbing is that AI was seemingly not used, and rather the images seem to be of actual children. Despite this disturbing distinction, these two accounts are cut from the same cloth, and all signs point to them being created by the same person, a person who, despite their constant warnings of the dangers of adults pretending to be children online, seems to be doing the exact same thing, as part of some sort of fetish, the extent of which we'll discuss later. But for now, one thing was for certain: these pages were not run by children, or their parents. So, who created them? Well, that brings us to our third and final account shown in that initial post.
Wait, do you see this guy glide?
Smart Schoolboy 9 was much the same as the other two accounts. They warned of online predators, obsessed over high-heeled mini boots and school uniforms, and posed as a child despite clearly not being one. But Smart Schoolboy was different in one key aspect. The person behind the account was pretending to be a child, but they were doing so in a much more apparent manner, as they didn't use AI or stolen images of other kids to form their identity, and instead, they used photos of themselves.
It's him?
In the images posted on the account, we see what appears to be a fully grown man, dressed in a schoolboy's uniform. His face is painted pure white and has bright red lipstick, and he's, of course, wearing high-heeled mini boots, characteristics that were all utilized across the other accounts, only this time it was done on himself, as he poses as a child, pretending to go to school, as well as pretending to go through other life events common for preteens.
And he has like a video of him chasing
and the photos aren't even the most disturbing part, as the account consists primarily of
you'll see,
videos.
bro, this shit's scary, bro.
How old is this nigga?
Like 60.
60?
Yeah, and he's actually the 10-year-old boy.
These the that talks to him.
The videos are all incredibly off-putting. Some show him arriving home from school.
1, 2, 3.
So, dude, if you were at school and you seen this guy call you from the corner while you was playing at the park, what you doing?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, you know me, gang. I bring fully to school, gang.
Oh my god. Now you finna eliminate them, huh?
Shit, I got to.
Others show him claiming to be on the bus heading toward school.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm on the school bus.
And other videos showing him doing whatever this is.
Yeah.
With these strange sounds and the process of sticking his tongue out appearing to be part of his fetish.
Yeah.
I know that nigga got good spiritual.
As much like the other accounts, his content is overtly sexual in its own bizarre way.
Nah, this is crazy.
In fact, there's a video of him with his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring into a mirror as he appears to pleasure himself, right out of view of the camera, as he stares into his own eyes. This account is by far the most sickening part of this whole rabbit hole, and also the most important. Interspersed throughout his page are a few examples of what this individual's voice sounds like.
Mike, the hyperactive.
This is quite good.
Which just so happens to be the same voice heard in the very first clip shown on the Truth Sticks account.
It makes you like feel weird, right?
Be a boy.
It's like weird, bro.
Meaning that this full-grown adult man is the one behind this entire rabbit hole. He's the one on these accounts pretending to be a child and their mother, getting some sort of sick satisfaction from whatever this is. And the worst part is, these activities aren't just kept behind closed doors. As we can see on numerous occasions, videos of him walking around outside in a public space, with his full outfit and face paint on.
Look at me.
Like, does nobody see
this nigga don't
like,
seem like no threat, though.
you say he don't
This
seem
is
like
not
a
something
threat?
that would be a threat to me.
That's a 6-year-old man, bro. Like, bro, he's in the UK.
That's what I'm
White
saying.
little UK kid,
He's
bro.
a threat to little kids, gang. What do you mean a threat to you? If he seen you, what
He wouldn't be no threat to me, gang. Oh, God.
How could you possibly
Oh,
take?
God.
How could you possibly handle this big ass nigga IRL, gang? This big 60-year-old.
Nigga, I'm obviously not
Oh, I
fighting
was
him. I
thinking
just
right
told
now,
you I
Drew,
bring
like, yeah,
fully.
you're a grown-ass man right now, Drew, but imagine you're like 5.
Raju is like 14, gang. What are you talking about?
That doesn't matter. Bro, Drew would probably beat this guy's ass. I would too.
Nah,
I
but
would
he is
too,
preying
I ain't
on
gonna
like
lie.
smaller little kids.
And walking around
Yeah, like,
outside in a
like
public
5-year-old.
space,
I'm like
with
6
his full
foot, gang.
outfit
I'm
and
smacking
face
the
paint
shit out this
on.
nigga.
People been
Yo.
shit.
This nigga just lied about his height.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy is not 6 foot. I ain't gonna lie though, gang. Like, how does nobody see this guy in the street or something? Like,
Hey, bro, they
spot a
tried to
weirdo,
catch
like,
him outside. He hasn't left his house ever since this.
hell nah.
People are like watching his house.
I'm not fighting this guy from a little kid. I mean, if you like 5 years old, you can't fight him, gang. You just gotta take it.
Bro, dude, glide. Just play the video. You're just making it worse. What the fuck?
So
did
that's
you
on
just
me
say, bro?
because I said it to you.
It's truly one of the strangest things that I've ever seen, and making sense of what this all is extremely difficult. But based on the information found from this,
I told you, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I carry fully, gang.
The police are investing an investigation, but they haven't done anything to him because of those weird UK laws. Like, they haven't done nothing to this guy, but people have been bricking his house, like throwing bricks through his windows and just like camping his house, trying to catch him and beat his ass. But
first Reddit post, a few
Yeah,
Reddit
motherfucker
conclusions
might as
can be
well
put
run in that
forward.
bitch. on
This
my
man
dear
is
I
homie.
ain't gonna lie, see, hey, they send them UK demons to really run in the crib, gang. Take them out.
Yeah.
clearly attracted to the idea of being
he gotta
a kid,
send the
and I think
bullets
OK was
when the
correct when they
six.
speculated that this was some sort of age play thing, but it's also clearly much more than that too, as based on the images that he's created himself, he clearly has some sort of attraction to other children as well.
You
as
gotta
he's quite
send the
literally created
broskies from the
pro-CP,
six.
the likes of which is so disturbing that I can't even really describe it here either. He's creating fetish content, and he's using the likeness of children, and also some children that are clearly very real people, to do so. That much is obvious. But there was also the possibility that he was pretending to be a kid in order to exploit other children across the internet. At this point though, this was merely speculation, with much of the Smart Schoolboy 9 case remaining a mystery, and the rabbit hole was only getting deeper from here.
Damn, nah, this. I ain't gonna lie. It's...
Months after this rabbit hole was
imagine
introduced to the
waking up
online
these guys at the end
world,
of your
the
bed,
story
bro.
began to be shared all across the internet, most
like-
notably
like
on the
something is
r/internet
Why is he
history
making it?
subreddit,
Why
where the
does
case
nigga
really
making it
took
look
off.
creepy, gang?
There,
Why does nigga
internet
not just put
sleuths
the
began
actual
uncovering
video?
just how vast
Dude,
this
that's
web
how
of
it looked,
accounts
bro.
actually was, as it wasn't just these 3 pages. No, there seemed to be over a dozen, and likely even more that we still haven't found, as he's created his own sort of community, his own little world, where across each page he pretends to be a child, with these accounts typically following each other and frequently.
Thanks, Q boy. Hold on, Biz. Thanks, Q boy.
Thanks, Q boy, for coming as invited into my school for the short speech. It was applauded, and you said it was cool. You were surprised, you were really shy, but you were present really well. Of your height is 5'3", you said it was 48 or 30-minute was
following each other and frequently interacting, seemingly to make these characters appear as though they have real friends. On one of these pages,
Ain't a nigga that
12
saying bro
Stockwell
before,
Joanne,
like
he poses
nigga
as a
saying bro
14-year-old
before
girl,
everything.
using more
This
AI
nigga
images
said-
to depict explicit
this nigga
positions
said-
of this manufactured child, which I obviously am not going to show here. Though much like his Chloe account, he also shows images of very real young girls. But this isn't the most concerning part of this account, as on numerous occasions he's shown images of children at a playground, which he may have taken himself. This fantasy of being a schoolgirl and taking part in these school-centric activities is something carried over throughout multiple of his accounts, with his most common alias being Stephanie, of which he has numerous different accounts featuring that same name.
Yeah, I'm Stephanie.
This Stephanie character claims to be a
This is
12-year-old
6-year-old,
aspiring
though?
poet, with accounts all
Yeah.
across the internet, many of which showcasing
Damn.
examples of her poetry,
I
which
ain't gonna lie,
carries
bro.
on
Niggas,
those
I ain't
same
gonna lie,
distinct
niggas is real,
sexual
real late,
undertones.
How the fuck you do shit like this?
I race to complete my poems when I've got
It's
a
not-
good
Gotta
get
start,
flogged,
heart
I'm gonna lie.
racing, mixed rhythms,
He
maximizing
gotta
miracles,
He
rice
do
with
gotta
rap,
get
and on the
flogged.
map,
I ain't
my
gonna
ken
lie.
He
include
gotta
London
get
syllables,
flogged.
dancing though I know my underwear might show if I lean forward. Good.
What?
Stephanie Stansfield, 12. But digging even
the
deeper, her poetry
Yeah,
has
that
even
shit getting me
seemingly been
tight.
featured
Yeah,
in
fuck
various
you.
articles and even newspapers, showcasing that this rabbit hole extends far past just the online
Yeah, and
world.
some guy came
This
out,
act is
said that
clearly
he's been
their
doing this for
obsession,
20
and
plus
he's been doing
years.
this for years, with the earliest examples that I could find coming from all the way back in 2018. And this Stephanie character seems to be his go-to alias, embodying it in even the literal sense.
I mean, shit.
Look at this one. This is
It don't look like he took none, right?
What you mean? It don't look like he took none. So he hasn't cracked the kid yet.
I mean, he's kind of
Stop
scared
saying
though. Like,
shit like that, bro. What are you?
nah, has he?
Bro, you keep, bro. Has he like fucked the kid yet, gang? Like,
Bro, why, bro? Dude,
nigga, I'm asking if he.
I ain't gonna lie. I see some
crime,
shit
nigga.
shitting like that, gang. Oh God, I'm running that nigga mouth. Where's my dad? I am.
Yo, nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I see this, I'm running the other way. You feel too tough and crazy, gang. I'm running the other way, gang. I'm not like not fighting with this creepy ass little pedo nigga.
You talking about fire? I'm trying to tell you, honey,
Come
you
on,
actually got
man.
flogged.
You getting
nigga.
shot
he
like
do gotta
where's
get
my-
flogged, gang. I ain't gonna lie.
I
As in
don't
one of
know
his
why
many
I'm acting
pages
like I'm
dedicated
fighting
to this
niggas.
Stephanie
Like,
character, he dresses
Shot.
as her,
That nigga
wearing a
Bobby-
wig
that
and a
nigga Bobby
dress,
gonna
as he
take
pretends to
What
be
is
the
that,
12-year-old
bro?
girl.
He's
Almost
actually
immediately after this
weird,
case
though,
began
like, that
gaining
shit.
traction, the true magnitude of this rabbit hole was revealed. Across every single account are countless depraved posts and oddities that all could warrant discussion. But by far the most important discoveries were those that didn't actually occur on
Nah,
his own
that's
page,
calm. What the fuck?
and rather the
Bro.
pages of other
Dude,
actual
jeez.
children. Do you like school? I do. It is good. You have some cool shirts,
That's him
but I have to
commenting
wear
on
school
other little
uniforms
kids,
to
like
school.
real
It
little
is
kids.
nice, but casual isn't allowed, and it's quite hot here in the UK, as the month of June suddenly got warmer. These are two examples out of many that show Smart Schoolboy 9 reaching out and attempting to befriend young children online. In one comment, he even warns a child about other comments from bad people, stating that, "It happens to most boys in our age group, but stay safe, stay cool, don't be dismayed by creeps." This is our best evidence that these accounts weren't just made for age play. No, he's actually posing as a child in order to make friends with other children. And given his overtly sexual interests and aversion to CP, it's not hard to gather why he was doing this. And these examples are only what we found so far. It's possible that there are dozens, or who knows, maybe even hundreds of other comments out there, hidden on unknown children's accounts. This is predatory behavior. The man behind Schoolboy9 is a predator. And in case there was still any doubt of whether or not this was a sexual thing, here's what he had to say about being a 13-year-old girl. But have his tactics actually worked? Well, the frightening thing is, no one knows if he's actually been successful or not, or even what specifically he's looking for. We just know that he's trying to reach kids, as evidenced not only by his comments, but by the fact that he's solely following children on all of these pages. I know it's easy to look at these accounts and know that something is off. For children, it's not that simple, especially when there's pages showcasing photos of actual kids. Which brings up another frightening detail. Many of the images he's used of children have not been traced back to their original creator, and some seem to appear for the very first time online publicly on this man's pages, which might mean that he was sent them privately. There's even one image that David posted on his Schoolboy account, which shows another kid that he claimed to be on a playdate with, though it's impossible to say if this is real or not.
This is not a real
we just don't know for sure. Though given the fact that he's reaching out to children, posting fetish content centered around children, and has even potentially photographed kids in the wild, one thing is for certain: Smart Schoolboy9 needs to be stopped.
What do you mean?
It's just like, it don't make sense.
You don't got no hitters in the UK?
Finding this man and reporting him to law enforcement quickly became the top priority for those investigating the case. And luckily, he left several glaring clues behind that made this process.
Breaking his house and shit.
So you don't think?
Why niggas don't just run in his house?
What I'm saying, why don't why niggas ain't push up in that bitch yet?
Because there's just cops sitting out front of it.
Nigga, they guard that nigga?
I guess they do. It's a weird UK shit, bro.
It's a whole lot easier.
Well, man, Christine, nigga, I'm running in the house on the dead home giant.
Post images and videos of specific locations, even showing streets and mentioning very particular areas in his poems, all of which centered around the London area, immediately giving us an idea of where he was located. And that wasn't all. I mentioned how the alias of Stephanie was one that he used more so than any other, but what's interesting is that there was another name used just as often across his account, brought up time and time again, though it's a name that he never seemed to call any of his characters. Instead, he simply referred to this person as a stepbrother or a father, or even a friend.
If this video over, gang, and you gonna answer the question, gang, like, did he crack something or not, gang?
They don't know, they just said it in the video.
So nobody, I mean, so shit, he done there just role playing then if he ain't cracking enough for. Bro, it don't look like he talking to nobody.
This guy actually cracked shit. Like this one's actually
Yo, what?
We on his head right now.
Yeah, they let this guy get out of jail too.
Slapping and shit. Always on time and shit. They bitch on my phone, declining and shit. Know you online and spit. These niggas be bustin', be robbing and shit. Always be hiding and shit. They never outside, they be hiding and shit. Bitch, Slizzy slack, fucking bitch when I'm giving her back. I've been a whoop, put my up in the pack. Miss her son, she not getting them back. Slap, when I'm screaming, I'm slack. I'm with J-Link, got the G on the slap.